So the thing with Ghost of Yotei, I really like it.
Yeah,
It's a fabulous game.
definitely.
It really feels like Tsushima, brand spanking new with like quality of life and graphics up and all that. And Atsu's a great main character. But there is several things that I'm definitely disappointed by. The biggest of which being, it hurts to have Tsushima be an open world game on an island. So it's self-contained and you can go anywhere in the island. The boundaries is the waterline.
Yeah.
And so it hurts then to move Yotei to a mainland. So you have bigger boundaries to the open world. I haven't beat it obviously, but I wouldn't be surprised if the open world may be larger than Tsushima,
Yeah.
but it feels so much smaller because it's restricted.
It is frustrating, anytime you have an open world game, when you have those walls, something that fences you in, it feels like, I thought this was an open world game. I mean, it still is an open world game in the fact that you can go and do anything you want in whatever order you want to do it in, but unlike Tsushima, where, yes, if it is land you can see, you can kind of go to it, which is kind of how Breath of the Wild is, Breath of the Wild, like Tsushima, uses a lot of water to maintain you, and then it uses a giant canyon to keep you in, and then you have this one side with this obnoxious invisible wall. And in Yotei, just as soon as you get to the, you're out of the beginning of the game, you're on your horse, you're riding away, and you instantly notice on your right and left are these just trees that you can't go in.
Well, in that little first area, it's decently sized, but
Definitely.
you hit a wall really fast. And you're like,
It's a really petty thing to complain about, but it was one of my initial thoughts was, wow, why does it feel so small? Now, yeah, there's a lot of other areas we haven't been to, but looking at the map, there's so much filler area that I'm assuming, can't ever go to.
I feel like I would have been happier if it gave me less area to explore as an island. And like make me feel like I can go anywhere on it and not like I'm being held in by the walls.
I think they're heavily limited by the fact that it is a geographical real place.
Yeah.
And so since it's a geographical real place and they want you to be here and they want you to be here and they want you to be here, then the game size would be massive. And they can't really do that. Apparently they can't just let you go walk up the mountain. I really thought that it would be this large map with Mount Yotei in the middle.
Yeah.
And I could kind of go all around the area and go up on the mountain if I want to. And I quickly
But
realized...
instead there's like a little fast travel to the top.
Yeah, you quickly realize this isn't Breath of the Wild. You can't
And
just
it doesn't
go
have to
in.
be.
It doesn't
And
have to
it doesn't
be.
make it too much less of a game.
Really unfair of me to expect that. And it doesn't change my rating of the game. My rating of the game is still very, very high. Just kind of one of those initial frustrations that I didn't foresee. And I should have. And it's petty to complain about it. But on top of that, I also feel like while its gameplay and graphics are both vastly superior to Tsushima, I'm not feeling like it's going to be better than Tsushima. I feel like while Atsu is great, I do not think she'll be better than Jin Sakai. And while the graphics and combat are great, I do not think its story will be as good as Jin Sakai's story. Now, to be honest, both games start out with, oh no, young boy's family got slaughtered, out for revenge. They're almost identical beginnings. But Tsushima just felt like it had... The story just got so good by the end.
Yeah.
And maybe Yotei will do that. Maybe I'll be saying this is an early reactions review of the game. We're only...
I think we have like 7-ish hours in. We haven't left that first little plateau.
We could, but we just haven't. We're really just kind of absorbing that beginning. So yeah, we haven't seen a lot of the story.
I feel like Tsushima probably had a pretty slow start too.
I definitely think that the beginning of Tsushima's story was superior. But maybe I'm wrong. But that's what it feels like. And I feel like I tend to rate... I give all games a high rating. Okay, let's get this straight. Tsushima is a 9 or 10 out of 10. Yotei is also a 9 or 10 out of 10. Like, that's how much I like those games. So don't take this as a negative review. But when I'm saying, which game is better? A big factor to me is how much do I like the main character.
Yeah.
Because this is who you're looking at for the entire game.
I feel like right now, whatever Tsushima rating I would give it, I feel like this would be like a 0.5 below.
Maybe.
And that's an early game, so it should climb.
It definitely should climb unless something bad happens, because the game is really fantastic.
Another like weird confusion part I had in the beginning, she's like tied to that tree, and I assume she got out, but it makes it sound like she died. And then when she kills the snake, it also makes it sound like she died. I guess I should probably just take it at face value and say she didn't die, but the villager said she did, so I don't really want to be making this thing where she's like actually a ghost and not like a ghost like Jin.
It does feel like the game tells you multiple times that she died and is a ghost, and that doesn't feel right. Am I supposed to take that straight up at face value and believe, oh, she's literally an undead vengeful spirit?
I don't want to. Her like vengeful howl like helps that along.
Yeah,
too.
but Jin Sakai also had some supernatural ghost abilities.
I don't want to think of her as a literal ghost. I want her to be the Jin Sakai ghost.
It seems like to me, when I look at the story, she survived that initial reaction. And when the villager said, when she killed the snake, and the villager said, "Oh, she died," I take it that they just didn't know. They thought she died, but that she didn't. Maybe
later in the story she'll like actually die and we'll like actually see her come back.
I don't know. It's a question that at least early game has me thinking, is she undead or is she not? And it bothers me if she is. It just feels weird. Like, okay, so how come the enemies can kill me now if I'm undead? What? I mean, yeah, you can die in Dark Souls too, but like if you are in fact like a ghost, literally, it just feels weird.
Another weird part about the whole ghost thing is this game, it uses like a different word. It's like Onryo or something.
Yeah.
It's, I guess, Japanese for ghost. But it's like, this is Ghost of Yotei. So if that is just the Japanese word, well, I'm playing the English translation of it. Everything on the screen is in English, so why wouldn't it say ghost? Many times I'm playing with the Japanese dialogue, and many times in the Japanese, they'll say this like Onryo thing, and sometimes they'll translate it as what they say. Sometimes it translates as ghost.
It is weird when the game chooses to use ghost and when the game chooses to use Onryo. And
Even on the upgrade screen, it doesn't say ghost for those moves.
It's not ghost abilities, it's Onryo abilities.
It's just a weird choice.
And it makes me wonder in Tsushima, in Japanese, is it like Onryo of Tsushima? It's kind of, that didn't roll off the tongue quite the same.
I just want to know, like, if that is a literal Japanese translation to ghost, why does it flip-flop when it uses it? Even in like the subtitles, it doesn't know when to translate it as what.
It is curious why they choose one word over the other at different times, because they never did that with Ghost of Tsushima. So what is the difference
And
there?
if it is just ghost, then why even on my ability sheet is it not ghost?
Because normally I don't translate sensei to teacher.
No.
When
I would rather them just use this word if that is what it is.
Yeah, if this word is what, like in Japanese, do they ever use the word ghost, or is it just Onryo?
Or is that completely irrelevant to ghost at all?
Yeah, or is Japanese, in the actual Japanese, are they saying two different words? Are they using Onryo and a ghost word? I don't know.
I'd have to play like the same scene back to back in English and Japanese to hear how they treat that dialogue-wise.
If you look at the menus, they use both terms. And it's really weird that they use both terms, because clearly an Onryo is a ghost of some kind of sense. So yeah, they seem to be synonymous, but why?
I hope whatever it is, I hope they did it intentionally, and this isn't like some kind of weird mix-up with the translation.
I think whatever they did was intentional.